This is the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water. I use about this much, and I use it on a towel that is only used to clean my face. And I gently apply that over my face and neck. Now I'm going in with the Olay Hungarian Water Essence. I use a quarter-sized amount, and I dab that all over my face and neck. Now I use this primer by Wet n Wild. I apply it the same way I applied my moisturizer. Using the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Nude. Apply it directly under my eyes. Then around my mouth. And any small pimples or redness. And always hesitating, kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Next I'm going to be using a small dense brush to blend everything out. I blend around my mouth first, and then I blend the places where I put on top of any small pimples, then on my cheekbones, and I leave under my eyes as the very last step. And any extra product, if I put too much underneath my eyes, I'm going to put that on my eyelids and on my nose, and I just lightly blend the concealer that's under my eyes because I want the most coverage to stay there. Our Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I apply this much, and I start off with this much under my eyes. I tap under my eyes. I don't swipe it on until it's pressed in nicely. Then I can start using the excess powder to set the rest of my face. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz to comb through my eyebrows. Then I'm going to be using the brow dip on this brush, and I actually start at the front of my brows, but I do it very lightly, and then I comb through them again to blend everything out. Then I use whatever is left on the brush to start outlining the shape. Now I'm going in with a little bit more product and doing the end of my eyebrow. And I'm just checking to make sure that both eyebrows are even and that the end of my eyebrow is more pigmented, darker than the front of my eyebrow. Next I'm going to be going in with Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I'm going to be outlining the top of my eyebrow. This is in the same shade as I used before. After that, I start applying hair-like strokes to the front of my brow, and I go in with another concealer underneath my eyebrows to lighten everything a bit. And after carving out the bottom parts of my eyebrow, I use what's left on my eyelid as an eyeshadow base. I use a little bit of setting powder to set my eyebrows, and I wait for like a minute, and then I comb through them with the brow wiz. I dust that off, and then I'm going to be using this Tarte palette for contour. And using this brush, I pack a little bit on the brush, I dust them off, and I start where my natural cheekbone is, and I brush upwards and then side to side. Then I start to add a little bit on the side of my chin and my jaw and my nose, and then I go on with a smaller, more detailed brush for my nose contour. Then I start using this palette, Blushing Berries by Dose of Colors. I use 2 of the shades lightly for my nose contour. And then I switch to an eyeshadow palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I go in with this highlighting shade on the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow. Then I highlight the inner corner of my eye with the same shimmery shade. I like to go on my brow bone as well. And when I highlight the inner corner of my eye, I like to go slightly under my eye too. Now I start highlighting my cheekbones, and I bring that down sort of to where the corner of my mouth is, because I just like the effect that it gives. Now I'm going to use this blush brush by Ulta Beauty, and I'm going to get a little bit of blush and apply it directly underneath where I put the highlighter, but I don't go too far down because I want the blush to stay relatively high on my cheekbone. Then I use a little bit on the tip of my nose, and I'm going to be using these brushes to do my eyeshadow. Then I go in with a light purple shade from the Jeffree Star palette. I use that as a transition shade under my eyes, and also I deepen it a little bit with that same shade. And now I'm going to be using Blood Queen to darken the outer corner, and I bring that in a little bit. Now I go in with a clean brush and I blend everything out on the edges. Then I darken it a little bit with more of Blood Queen. Then I go in with the shade Dungeon, really darken my whole lid. I also blend that into my transition shade to make sure everything's blended nicely. And with whatever's left on the brush, I go underneath, under my eyes, and blend it. Then I go in with the green shade and put that under my eyes. Then I use Celebrity Skin by Jeffree Star, and I apply this lipstick with a lip brush, and I make sure to outline it first with the lipstick, and then I go in with this lip liner by NYX. Then I go in with this lip liner by Nabi. I use it really lightly just to give more dimension to my lips. on the outer corners of my lip, but not really bringing it onto the top of my lip, just so it can give it more shade. Then I curl my eyelashes, and I go in with this e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, felt tip eyeliner. I tightline my eyelids, so basically where your eyelashes are, you put eyeliner on the roots of your eyelashes. As you can see here, I'm just trying to make a small wing and angle it slightly upwards, but I'm looking forward constantly to make sure that it doesn't go too high. And then I just connect it with a tight line on my eyes. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And I start off with the wing and make it pointy, and then I drag it in and make it match the other eye. Then I curl my eyelashes again because I'm about to apply mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I apply it by wiggling left to right, combing upwards repeatedly over the whole lash, and then at the very end I do the same thing but on the tips of my lashes. I wiggle it and press it upwards to give it more volume. Then I use whatever's left to do my bottom mascara on both eyes. And always hesitating, kryptonite desires. And then I dip the mascara wand again and do my other eyelashes. Set my heart afire. This is the completed look. Thanks for watching.